my phone screen, it will be easier to do everything, inshallah. Okay, I think we have to start before, uh, yeah, until the phone is ready. I think it's gonna be ready in 2 minutes or something. It often takes 2 minutes or three until it connects to the laptop so that you can see my phone screen. So let me ask first, what do you think we should talk about today? Other than the ICT tools I mentioned last time, Class Dojo, Kahoot, Flickr, Padlet, and so on. What do you think we can also discuss today?
Well, I guess we have like extensions here with Teams Microsoft. Okay, so we need to know how can I link the Zoom app? How can I link the Padlet, for example, etc. And digital tools like Kahoot, Quizzes, etc. How can I connect it and beside our PowerPoint presentation? You see, can we do this?
Yeah, once inshallah we talk about those applications and platforms, and you know how do they work. It will be easy for you inshallah to let them work too. Okay. So now I
Suppose
have
I'm
my phone screen. Okay, no problem. Go ahead, sister.
Suppose I am now showing my trainees my PowerPoint presentation. Should I stop sharing from this arrow up there, and then I go to the Google and start my Padlet, start my quizzes platform, or can I connect it, or is it connected to Teams itself? This is
No,
something I'm
you cannot
asking.
do that. Well, look, sister,
Uh,
Microsoft allows integration between its products and other products too. But you cannot use other or external or which they call 3D party applications within Microsoft service. So you have, you have to get out or exit your current presentation, and then you show them your browser, for example.
I already do so, but I thought we have like a lot of applications connected to Teams, but I don't know how to do so. I have already connected Zoom, but I don't know how to do this. There is like an extension or something like that for Zoom or for other app, but I don't know how to connect it. Have you tried this?
Actually,
Heidi?
I haven't heard about any extension that is able to do that. You are talking about integration. And for my
Yeah.
information, Microsoft does not allow such integration with its products using 3D party applications. This is the problem.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Miss
Thank you so
Hoida,
much.
please, Miss Hoida, mute one of your microphones because the echo sound is
Mute
so
the
high.
microphones now, no problem. Okay, there is
Thank you.
so much background noise. So let me do that right now. Okay, now I think we have more clear voice than before. Okay, now I'll be sharing my screen with you so that you can see, the screen of my phone, or if I can share. Okay, no problem. Let me share all the screen with you. So this is my phone's screen, and here I have some folders. This is the teaching folder with all the applications I use for teaching. Okay. So I wish I can start with Class Dojo because I want to move from up to down. Class Dojo is the beast. It's a very large platform. Okay. And it is used by organizations like school administrators and so on. And it's really useful in classroom management. It's a great classroom management application. So I wish if we can start with Class Dojo, and this is my plan. I was supposed to share today's agenda of today's meeting with everyone else before we start, but time was very, time was very little for doing so. So I'll start by Class Dojo first. And Class Dojo is a platform. What we mean by platform? Platform means, or it doesn't mean only a mobile application or only a website. A platform means, a couple or a triple of things actually. So Class Dojo, for example, you can use it using the website, using your phone application, and the phone application itself has three kinds of accounts. So as a teacher, I use a special interface. As a parent, I use a special interface. As a student, I use a special interface. So this is what we mean by a platform. So let me take you into a tour with Class Dojo and tell you exactly what it is. So if I would start, you can start by writing or typing classdojo.com, and then you go to the website and sign up as a teacher, for example, because we are teachers, of course. So if you are a school principal, you would sign up using a school leader account in here. And for students, they would like to sign in using a student account or parent account. This is how it works. So here he tells me, welcome back, Khairi, come on. Okay. So if I would like to go to schools, that they are recommended by Class Dojo or who are cooperating with Class Dojo and so on. So here I can access my account. So I go to Class Dojo for teachers now. So teach.classdojo.com. This is how it takes you to this website. And then you go to your classes, okay? So these were my classes while I've been working, in a ride school in Saudi Arabia, okay, with other staff too. So these were my classes, okay. Once you go to Class Dojo as a teacher, you can add your students, but the best way to do so as an organization, if you are working within an organization, it's better for the organization itself to add the students and their parents because they record the students and their parents by emails. Okay, so they add teachers. Okay, imagine you are a school principal now. You add the teachers, you divide your classes, you add students to these classes, and you assign specific teachers to some classes because not every teacher is teaching all classes, I was not teaching all classes, and even the classes here, you can see, I was not teaching all of them. I was only teaching two classes because international school students, you are responsible for only for 2 classes. But of course, you give them a large course. You know, the course sometimes made of 4 large books and so on. So English is being taught in 4 branches for the full skills. You know, like you have a special book for reading, special book for writing, special book for spelling, and so on. So this is the reason why you teach only 2 classes. Got it? Okay. So for the first class itself, so I did not create this class. Okay? The school principal created these classes and added teachers and added me as a teacher of these 4 classes. You can also create your own classes outside of any institution, okay? How does it work, Class Dojo? So you have to, I'm talking now about the teacher's side. Imagine you are now a teacher in an organization, and this organization told you that, okay, we are using Class Dojo, you know, like this platform, we use it. Some other schools, they use something else called, okay, let me remember its name. There's Class Dojo and Edmodo, okay? So there is another platform which is parallel to this one, which is called Edmodo. The Edmodo is, you know, it's often used with, you know, elder students, with secondary school students, or sometimes university
Please,
school students.
Mr. Khairi. Mr.
Yeah,
Khairi.
okay. Go ahead, sir.
I'm Mohammed Abdelaziz. I'm Dr. Mohammed Abdelaziz. Nice
Inshallah.
to be with you tonight. How are you today?
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
I'm sorry because I joined you lately. Please, I want to know the title of the session in order to regulate my mind and theoretical background with you. I need to know the
Okay, no
title.
problem. Thank you, sir. Dr. Muhammad, you are always welcome, sir. We are
Thank you.
talking today about using ICT tools, the platforms and online tools and applications that can be used in teaching. Whether you will be able to use them or apply them, you know, it goes back to you. It depends on the teacher himself to decide whether he will be able to use this platform or this application or not. It depends on the situation, the organization you are working in, the hardware you have. Okay, so what we are going to do is just, you know, have an idea, a good idea about all these tools. But will you apply any of them? It depends on you. Because actually, even if I'm not, you know, I'm not working in Saudi Arabia now for this school. I'm now working in Egypt, but still I teach some students online. I give courses, you know, online, and I'm still using some of these platforms till today. So I'm not talking about whether you will be able to use these platforms in your institute or not, because as we know, all of us, I don't think that there is an institute which is ready with Wi-Fi connection and you know, even a projector in a classroom. So sometimes it's very hard to apply this in your classes, but it's a good skill to have. It's a good knowledge to have. If you master using those platforms, yes, you can make a good use of them. Whether you know, now you can make use of them while giving training to teachers, or while you know, working or giving courses on online platforms and so on. So it depends on everyone actually how he's gonna make use of this information that we are explaining today. So you're welcome, Dr. Muhammad, and I hope I answered your question clearly.
Yes, you answered. Thank you very much for you.
Thank you, Dr. Muhammad. You're welcome, sir. So let's move back to the browser, to the internet browser. Now, this is one of my classes. How, or you know, in what situation is Class Dojo useful? Okay, now imagine that I'm working online with like 10 teachers, 10 students, excuse me. I can even, create a parallel class, just like a copy of this class to my 30 teachers whom I giving training now. It's, fun. It's a matter of fun to do. So now you have your students, and you can divide those students into groups if you can. So here the class I used to teach was not 5A. I think. Let me check. Yeah, there's group 1 and group 2, group 3, and group 4. I hope you can see my screen clearly. So like I didn't teach grade 6, but I think they have groups. Yes. There is a Fortnite group, Jug, Mavic, Scar, the defaults, the noobs, the wise team. So in this group, for example, we have only 3 students, and Jug group, we have 3 students. So it's really fun and really amazing if you use Class Dojo in your class. How to use it? Okay. In my school, we used to go to the class using our laptops. And once you go to your class, you connect your laptop to the projector. And this was the today's routine, okay? It was every day's routine. Every day's routine that you go to your class with your laptop and you connect your laptop to the projector. You cannot work unless you do that. So on the screen, on your screen, on the projector, you project this page. Beside the page that you are using to teach, whether it's a PowerPoint presentation or is it a whiteboard background or anything else. So this one is always shown on you in your classroom. And you have also the mobile application in your hand. Let me open the mobile app on my phone. Can you see my phone screen?
Yes, doctor, it's clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now imagine that this is my class. I'm working in 6A, class 6A now. I open my phone screen, I turn it on, and I go to my Class Dojo application, and I open the class. Okay. While moving, wandering inside my classroom during the session, I can give marks to those students who perform well, or give minuses to students who perform badly or do something that's so bad or something like that. So imagine that Abdullah, this student here, Abdullah, he gave a good answer or something like that, or he answered a kind of a challenge. So now you can see that once I give a mark to any of my students, the mark is named. Why did he take this +5 marks? This +1 mark. Okay, if you are a parent, you will receive a notification at once in your phone application. So let's recap, let's revise. So a school administrator creates classes and then distributes the teachers to these classes. He creates usernames and passwords for students, and username and passwords for teachers, for parents, I'm sorry. And then if you are a parent, you have your own application. If you are a student, you have your own application. If you are a teacher, you have your own application besides the website itself. So once the teacher gives your child, your son at school, if the teacher gives him a mark, you as a parent will receive a notification immediately that tells you that Mr. Khairi gave Abdullah a point or a mark because he did so and so. Okay? I don't know if it was clear or not.
I beg your pardon, doctor. I beg your
Yeah,
pardon.
go ahead. Go ahead, Miss
Uh,
Marwa.
okay, I'm just inquiring about the if there is actually some kind of digital tools like doing on this website, for example, offering digital tools like, for example, documents, presentations, like jump words, something like that that we can benefit from or make use of during the training of the attacks, because this is actually we need lots of information about that.
Well,
Actually, this
Miss Marwa, we are going to preview all these digital tools, but we wanted to start with from the administrative side, moving down
perspective.
to the teacher tools. So this is one of the
Okay.
administrative tools besides a teacher tool. And
I have another
yeah,
question.
we are going to move to Kahoot, of course, and
I have
clickers
another
and those nice
question.
tools. Yeah,
Okay,
go
I have
ahead.
another question here. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is an important question.
No
Does this
problem. Go ahead.
website or does this website provide tools also?
Now, we have some tools that you can make use of. Like, for example, if I'm inside the classroom here, okay, I can go to, I set a timer for my students to do a task, okay? So I have a stopwatch and a countdown, so I can give my students like 3 minutes to finish a task, and then I start the timer. It will be shown on the board so that the students will know, especially if I'm dividing my students into groups, they will know that they have to hurry. Okay, so this one is one of the tools that I used to use too much in my inside my classroom. I can also
May I
select,
ask you? May
a
I ask you
random
another
student
question?
to answer a question.
Mhm.
Okay,
May
I
I ask
go
you
here.
one more question?
Yeah, okay, no problem. Go ahead.
I'm sorry again. I'm sorry for interruption, but again, it's an important question. During a meeting in a session like that, can I
Yeah,
use during an online meeting in a session like that one we are in now? Can we go there and use this website during the session and benefit from the tools there
yeah,
or the
sure, you
options
can.
there?
Yeah, of course. Even I
Mhm.
said that I can create a class to my 30 teachers whom I giving the training right now. A kind of, fun to do. I think it will be really fun if I added the teachers as if they are students and give them, animes or animations like these. They will love it so much. So every time one of the teachers participate, I can give him like +5 or bonus marks. I can give rewards to, or I select a random teacher to answer a question. Okay, maybe I give them a task and I set a timer for them to finish the task, or I can check their attendance. For example, you can check the attendance of your students from here. So I can save the attendance. So if I just click on Muhannad and Msa'id, those students, are, absent or late to class or something like that. Once you save your attendance, you have checked your attendance to, the group you are training. So yeah, you can of course make use of it now during the training and during, your normal classes. So as I said, how to use it and when to use it, it's up to every teacher. He is the one who can decide whether I'll benefit from this platform or not, because we'll be explaining like 10 of them. So it's, a personal preference, And I wish, Ms. Marwan, everyone, please, I wish if all of you can just take notes, and then we will have, a Q&A session, inshallah. So I'll answer all your questions once you have anything that is not clear enough.
Okay, doctor. Okay, good.
Okay. So here we have the phone application. I used to use this application while wandering in my classroom. While wandering in classroom, or I can to encourage my students to behave in a correct way or something. I often tell the students that However, the student who will be good today, he will be polite and, he participates a lot, he will be my assistant next session. And next session, I'll give him my phone on this class dojo. And once any of the students give a good answer or show the agreed behavior or help other colleagues or the best group, for example, I ask this student to give them the mark instead of me, in place of me, because sometimes you don't have enough time to go to your phone screen and start searching for Basil, for example. So if you are looking at the screen like this, so searching for Basil, for example, is really hard. But students, if you have an assistant student, he can find him easily and give him the mark. Imagine that I give Basil a mark, so his parent will receive an immediate notification that tells him that Mr. Khairi gave Basil 3 points, for what and what. So I can also edit, like I edit these skills. I can add whatever skill I want, and I give it whatever scale I want. Let's try to add a skill, like polite, for example. Okay? The point value, for example, or the scale, I can give polite students up to 5 points, maybe by the end of this session or something. So if I save the skill, now you will find that you have a polite out of 5. So I can edit the skill, or I can remove it, or I can give it to any student or a group. Okay, needs work. You have a set of, like negative points, saying bad word, dancing in class. Maybe you give the whole class a -1 because the class was not clean or wasn't clean enough. You can give -3 to any of the students because he went to the bathroom and came back late, and so on. The possibilities are endless, endless possibilities. Okay, let's move to another class.
Sorry
Dr.
for
Khairi. Dr.
sorry for
Khairi.
interruption, Dr. Khairi, but we don't
go
have
ahead.
any slides to watch. Please,
Yes.
can we watch the slides?
Share the screen, please, Mr. Khairi.
Could you
Okay.
share screen,
Okay,
please?
I'm so sorry. I thought the screen is already shared. I've been explaining to you using, screen share, but looks like it was not projecting because one of the users he shared the whiteboard and then he closed it immediately. So I didn't notice that the presenting or screen share of mine has stopped.
It went out 5 times, 5 minutes ago.
Okay, I didn't notice that. Thank you so much for notifying me about that. So now I hope you can see it clearly.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, we can see now.
Okay, so if I go to 5A, for example, this class, I can give Ziad, this student, a good mark, like 2, because he showed good teamwork, or he was active, articulate, or badge. I don't know this one because maybe another teacher he created them. In Saudi Arabia, they used to use the word dafur in Arabic, so we made dafur in English. Okay, so dafur means excellent. Okay, so it's an Arabic word, but it's used in Saudi Arabia. When you say that someone is dafur, it looks like moose in Arabic or dahih in Arabic. So it was a fun thing to do. So you can edit the skills, add whatever skill you want, like amazing, for example. Okay, set the scale of this skill and save it, and then you can reward any of your students with this skill. So let's move to Kareem, for example. I give him 4 points for being amazing, for example. Okay. So this is what I was explaining while the screen was not showing. You can reward group 1, for example, okay, or you can reward the whole class. If I click the whole class, I can, by the end of the session, of course, I can give them 4 points or 4 marks because they were all great or they were all amazing today. So this is how you give rewards, okay? And how you can select a, randomly select a student. You can choose random in here. Sorry, not this one. Okay. So random, and he choose Faisal. Faisal, you asked him the question. If he answered correctly, you give him points in here. And if he needs work, you want to give him a minus because he showed bad behavior or a wrong answer or something, you can give it in here. Okay, this is the way of rewarding, attendance check. You can check the attendance in here. This is using the mobile application. Everything happens alongside with this mobile, with this online web page. So you can go to any of your classes, show it on the board, and the students will see everyone's mark, everyone's point, which gives you a good control of your class. Everyone knows how he's doing amongst his colleagues. Okay. So what else can you do here, or how is Class Dojo useful? Okay, you can edit your class, you can view reports, okay, you can connect other students who were not connected or anything like that. The most important thing is reports, okay? Now, if you open the reports screen, you'll find reports for your classroom. Imagine that I want to display the report of this student, okay? Or Kareem is 1%, 100%. Okay, let me pick another class, like grade 6, for example. Okay, we can move directly to show or to display the reports. Maybe I can display this student and I can see everything, the mass, I don't know, maybe because the school has set this classroom once I left school. So let's pick another classroom so that we can see, report. Doesn't work anymore, but anyway, you can view the report of your students. You can display all of the reports you have to your students one by one. So once you have a teacher, a parent who calls you to know how his son is doing, how his daughter is doing, you can display his or her report, and you will know everything about him. Whether he got bad marks before for showing bad behavior, whether he got lots of good marks because he answered many questions correctly or anything like that. I don't know. It has been working before. Okay, because it's showing this week. Yeah, let's. So this was the bug. I can show the reports of all time. I wish it works so that you can see how it divides. But it's clearly explained in the in the PDF file I shared with you. So it's a pie chart that shows everything about your student. So if you go here to portfolios, so you can create portfolios for your students so that they can share homeworks or written assignments with you. And so there were no portfolios for this classroom. Let's move to another class. Okay, I wish we have, yes. So here, Abdul Malik, this guy, his name is Abdullah. Maybe someone else he shared something with me like homeworks and so on. So in this portfolio, you share or you add the portfolios of your students with you. My class story is something like Facebook. Okay, so here you'll find all the messages by you as a teacher or other teachers too. So one time, a student of mine, he drew me, and I shared this photo with the parents. Okay, and you can get comments and like and comments by like parents or the students themselves. They can comment. So sometimes they make good works so that you can share with everyone else. So you are supposed not to see all my messages. So you have to see other messages too. So here you can find the messages between me and the parents. So through this platform, or even through the mobile application itself, you can do everything I'm showing to you now. You can see the messages between you and the parents. Okay, class reports. Okay, you can select more. You can go to the notifications once one of the teachers shares something on the class story, the messaging between you and the parents. So you don't have to use WhatsApp, for example, because using WhatsApp, uh, of course, it is necessary to give your personal phone number to the parents, which sometimes causes problems, and you don't feel comfortable because parents can send messages to you anytime and they expect you to answer immediately. But having messages within this platform, which is Class Dojo, allows you to send and receive messages with parents, more comfortably. You don't have to share your personal number. What else is the school administrator himself? He can go to the messages and check everything. He can go add like or comment on the class story that you create, you or your students, and so on. So he can, or the class, the school administration itself, or themselves, they can watch all the activities conducted or done by teachers and students. How are you active? How do you respond to the messages of the parents? How do you activate your classrooms? What are the scores of your classes? Because you have a total score of the class here. So you can compare between 4A, for example, with 4B to know which, okay? So which is a great way of evaluation. I'm evaluating the whole class. What else I can do is that I can assign, like these badges, for example. These badges were taken from some games that students like to play. This Batman logo, this Barcelona or whatever. So these badges, cartoon badges that you can see, okay, gladiator badge or the image itself, the animation image itself, it can be changed as a kind of encouragement, the logo itself, so that every student feels that he's special. And you do that once this student makes something good, especially if you promised them, if you get a score of 500, for example, I'll give you a good logo. So it's a kind of encouragement to students back again. So this is the application and the platform, and I hope you like it. And I started with this application because this was one of the greatest platforms that I benefited from as a teacher. A classroom management tool. You do not know how was the magic this tool made to my classes. It makes you control your class, divide your class into groups, give rewards to groups, give rewards to students, give due punishment to other students. talk to the parents and, getting feedback from the school administration, get feedback from the parents and so on. So now, let me just take your feedback on this application before we can move to something else. So now, please, anyone who wants to comment, please raise your hand and keep your microphones off until we stop and move to another thing. So any ideas, feedbacks? What do you think about this platform?
Excuse me, Mr. Khairi.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Muhammad, but I prefer if you raise your hand, please, so that everyone else can do so.
Okay, first I'd like to thank you for your great idea and your
sir.
effort. Concerning the last point you were talking about, if you give your personal number to the parents, it may interrupt you.
Yeah, it interrupts you and you feel really discomfortable,
Isn't there a way to limit the time dealing with you?
I don't understand, what you mean by that, but you mean that, okay, using Class Dojo allows you to talk or, to communicate with the parents away from your personal phone number. And it uses only messages. So you feel more comfortable than, a parent, especially if a female parent talks to you, you're gonna talk for 1 hour, okay?
Yes.
So using Class Dojo messages was better, and of course the parent will know that, or he knows by default, that the school administration is or will be watching these messages. So some parents, sometimes they speak harshly with you, sometimes they talk too much, okay? But using messages that the the school administration can access, allows you and the parents to be more wise and precise. Okay?
I'm talking about the application. Concerning this application, isn't there a way to give time, for example, from 2 to 4 only to be answered, not to be all the day?
Yeah, we did that already. We specified the preferred contact, times. I preferred that I give 2 hours or 3 hours for parents to be able to contact me during these times only. So but some of them do not respect that actually.
Okay, talking about this application, please, can you show us what do the letters stand for? Dojo at first.
No, I think it's just a branding name, Class Dojo. I don't think it's an acronym for anything.
Okay, if we talk about these applications, I have a suggestion, please. Can we start at first dealing with this team program?
Teams program?
Yes.
But there are already
application
videos. Once we started the thing,
we find many difficulties when we deal with trainees.
I don't think any one of us is still facing difficulties using Teams application. Maybe I'm wrong, but once we started the training, some trainers said that they face a problem or some problems, some technical problems dealing with Teams.
Mr. Khairi, I have a friends. Yeah, thank you. Sorry for interruption. But this point I'm talking about is related to what you are discussing, because some colleagues here or some friends told me that when they go to that point of assigning breakout rooms, they face difficulty. If you have time, please, you can show them how to do so step by step. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Waida, thank you so much for your concern. But I thought that there were already videos that have been shared on the trainer's WhatsApp page that tells exactly what to do. And I actually didn't use split rooms before because I think it needs someone to assist me doing so. This is the reason, because once we have split rooms, okay, you have to have somebody else assisting you. This is I found it difficult to use with my trainees actually. For now, I didn't use them because I think there's no need for that. Sometimes, right now, we are in a discussion, yes? So I ask everyone who wants to discuss a point or to add a point of view or something to raise his hand, and I give the chance to everyone to participate. But having splitting rooms, at first I will not be able to hear what are they talking about. The second thing is the benefit will be only for the group in this team, okay, or in the members of this group. It will be enclosed, okay, and I don't think it's a great way. Yeah, it's a good tool in Microsoft Teams, but I found it useless actually. But it's easy, but you can start by making a split room or something like that. But other than that, I think that Teams is easy to use. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but Teams itself is something easy to use.
I agree with you, Doctor.
It's easy to use, but the most irritating thing was people joining and rejoining most of the time, and I have to admit everyone who comes late while sharing my screen, for example, for a PowerPoint presentation or anything else. So the solution I found is that I go to the meeting option. If you are watching my screen now, you just press these three dots here, go to the meeting options, and here you can edit the options, okay? So here, who can bypass the lobby? I allowed everyone to bypass the lobby. So anytime any member will just click the link, he will be thrown immediately into the meeting without waiting for me to admit him. Okay, you get the point? This made everything easy because once I start the meeting, I will not pay attention
Dr.
about
Khairi,
anyone else. Yeah. But
please,
by the
Mr.
way,
Khairi.
I'm not a doctor or a professor. Okay, I'm just just a colleague.
Okay, okay. I'm so sorry. I can't get this point. Can you repeat it again?
Okay, so the problem is it's really irritating while you are casting your screen like this. Imagine that I'm casting like my web page or my browser page like this one. The meeting page, the meeting application will be hidden. Okay, I do not know what's happening in the background. Yes or no?
Okay.
Because I'll be seeing the screen the same as you can see it now, whether it's a PowerPoint presentation, a Word file, a PDF file, a browser page. I will not see what's happening in the background. Sometimes while you are in the middle of your presentation, reviewing, your PowerPoint presentation with your trainees, some other trainees got outside or got outside the meeting, and they are trying to rejoin due to internet connection problem or maybe a phone charge problem or something like that. So you will not pay attention to that, and they will keep suffering, trying to join the meeting, but they can't because you actually you can't see that they are trying to join. So the best solution I found is that I go to the, once I start the meeting, I go to the meeting options so that you allow anyone with the link to be able to join immediately without waiting for you to admit him. So who can I can
I can
bypass
do
the
that.
lobby?
I can do that at
Yes,
the
of
beginning
course.
of the session.
Yes, and once you start the session, I often start like 30 minutes earlier than the session's time. So I'll enable this option and save down here. You know, can you see how I'm pointing, where I'm pointing right now?
Yes, save.
Yes, yes, yes.
So here also allow camera for attendees. I found that some teachers, they like to turn on their camera while drinking tea or doing anything else. So I disallow this by default in here. So these are the two options I change once I start in a new meeting. Okay, I disallow the camera for participants. Okay, and I just allow anyone or everyone with the link to join the meeting. I don't care who joins because I'm not doing something wrong. Okay, anyone with the link can join anytime. He's welcome, and everyone is, should be welcome. Yes, Mr. Hani, you raised your hand. Go on, please. Okay, Mr. Hani, go on.
Yes, hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa barakatuh. Hello, Mr. Hani. You're welcome, sister.
Okay, Mr. Khairi, thanks a lot for your hard efforts. I'm so sorry because I had the flu. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Inshallah, you'll hear very soon. Inshallah, you'll be healing very soon.
Thanks a lot. But Mr. Khairi, while I'm showing my slides, some participants, they take the control of me and they change my slide. How can I manage to stop something like that?
So again, it's in the meeting options. So you can, you know, you can give control to anyone else to be like, you know, like we often use the word host. The host word, we use it in you know, Zoom application. You know, I can give you the host so that you can share your own screen, and I can disallow that and in the meeting options once you start. But you have to do that every time you start a new meeting. Okay?
Okay, I can. Who can present everyone? I use this.
Yeah, everyone or people in my organization and guests or specific people or only me. So you can choose who can present, you know. So here you can select only me to be presenting so that no one will interrupt you. Okay? So now if I save that, whoever will try to share his screen, it will not interrupt my own share screen because it happened, you know, like 10 minutes before or 15 minutes before. That one of the participants, he shared his own screen and he interrupted my share screen.
Okay, Mr. Khairi, thanks a lot.
Thank you for asking, sister. Okay. Anything else about Microsoft Teams? Yes, we have Mr. Muhammad Hussein waiting. Go ahead, sir.
Please, if someone has a good idea about using breaking out rooms, can show us again, please, because we find difficulties when we deal with breaking out rooms.
I think it's easy. It's not, you know, a big deal. You know, you can just split, create split rooms. It will ask you how many rooms do you want, how many participants, or it will automatically divide the number of participants by the time the number of the rooms, and they will be created. But I found that some problems, some major problems, they occur or happen while exiting that. While ending the split rooms, many things happen. But this something is, I think it's more about technical problem with the application itself. For this reason, I hate to use split rooms. I think that there is no need to use them, in my opinion. Of course, I'm not talking about you know, in place of anyone else, but in my opinion. Okay.
Okay, thank
Someone
you.
is trying to present. Okay, Miss Waida. Miss Waida, you want to to show them how?
No. I just want to help. Nothing. No more. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, sister. So, Miss Marwa Saif, go on,
Yes.
sister.
I just have one more question. Is this option, which is the split rooms, is available on the cellular, on the cell phone device? Is it
On the
available on
phone application?
Yeah.
Of course, I do not encourage using phone application for managing your sessions at all. It's
Okay.
really difficult to do so, and you will face many problems, by the way.
But it is not available. It is not an option there.
Yeah, it's not an option because you will find that the mobile application, it lacks many things that you can find on the PC version, because you are supposed to use the PC version for presenting. But just simply attending any session, you can use your phone application. So phone applications were not created for presenting. Okay, they were used only, or they were created for using them to attend sessions, not to present or to be a presenter. Of course, you will lack many things. Yeah, Miss Lubna, go ahead, sister. Thank you so much, Miss Marwa.
Okay, Mr. Khairi, I want also to ask about how can I use the quizzes and how can I use videos from the YouTube and put it on my screen.
So simply by what I'm doing now, I'm sharing with you my whole screen, and I can only share the browser's page. If I turn off the share screen, I can share only the browser's page with you. So that, let me share my screen with you back again. Okay, I'll show you how. But at this part, you'll not be able to see what I'm trying to show you. But let's try. So once you are trying to, here I stop sharing, yes?
Yes.
Okay, but instead of hitting X once you have an arrow, so you can select to share your whole screen or the browser's page. On the browser's page, you open YouTube, of course, and you make or get your YouTube videos ready before you start the session, so that once the time or in the exact time, you will play the video, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, but there is a problem that many do not notice, is that you have to allow the voice of this video to be shared with the other participants. So they are not seeing the video only. So what I'm doing now is that I'll end my share screen. I'll just pick you a photo of my phone. Okay. So I have this screen. Now I can open YouTube and play any video if I want. I make it ready by start. Yes, but the problem is that you'll find that some teachers, they say that the voice. This
Yes,
is
some
why
of the
you have
participants
to
can hear and
enable the voice to be shared.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
How,
Let me
Mr.
just take a photo and then. In Zoom,
We
you
cannot
have to
see your
enable.
screen. I guess we
Yeah,
cannot
you
see your
cannot see
screen.
my screen now. Just give me a minute. Let me share my screen back again.
Mister, there is an easier way other than this, actually.
What is it?
I can copy the link of the video I'd like to share inside my screen or make use of, and paste it in the chat box, for example, so that my participants can go there and watch the video, for example, a video of 3 minutes. So they can, actually, it's better because sometimes the voice breaks and there are some kind of cuts off So it is most of times it's not clear. Actually, the better way is copying the link of the video and pasting it for the participants in the chat box, and they go there and watch it themselves. Of course, I'll tell them to make sure they have plenty of connection or supply, internet supply, so that they can watch
Yeah,
it
yeah.
and come and have the task, and that's all.
But
Okay, they
let me tell you something. But while I'm showing them the video, I'm not showing them the video for the sake of the video itself. I'm using the video in this case as a tool to help me explain or clarify a point or something. Sometimes I need to interrupt the video to explain something or clarify something, then resume. Okay, so in your case, and regarding your solution,
That's
of course,
right. Yes.
yeah, everyone will be watching the video on his own. Sometimes many of them will neglect playing the video itself. Maybe they'll just listen to the discussion after watching the video.
Right.
Sometimes they do not care, but watching the video together is better because
Yes.
as a trainer, you can interrupt the video at any time you want, and then you can discuss
And
any point,
can
clarify something, and then resume. Okay, so
that's
now it's really easy if you are sharing your screen as I'm showing here on my phone. I took this photo right now. This is the share button, okay, in Microsoft Teams. And here you have to include computer sound. You have to enable this button so that once you play the video via your browser, the voice of this video will be shared to the people in the meeting. If you don't activate this button, they will hear nothing. They will see the video, but they will hear no sound at all, okay?
But how can we get this icon include computer sound?
It's there, sir.
How can
You'll
we get
find it
it?
just
From where
by
exactly?
clicking,
Is it
once you
available once I?
click, yeah, watch this this minute so that my phone's screen is projected back again. So here, once you click this arrow for share screen, I don't know, there is a connection problem between my phone and the laptop.
Yes, share screen.
But
Then
it works. Once you click this button, this screen will show up, yes, where you choose what to share, what to project, yes. So your
yes,
whole screen or specific window, yes,
yes.
or whether you would like to use the Microsoft whiteboard. So this option is already there. You will find it, I'm sure of it. You have to enable the computer sound so that once you play the video on YouTube, the video will be shown and the sound also will be here. This is the only option, you have to activate before sharing the video. Even if you are playing a video from your PC. I think it's now clear.
Include.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let's move to, I'll do that with you right now, sir. Okay, don't be hurried. I'll play a video with you now because now we are going to move to Quizlet. No, not Quizlet. Yeah, okay,
Yes.
let's go to Quizlet. Okay, no problem. We just open Quizlet. Quizlet is for teaching vocabulary, nothing else. Imagine that I'm inside my classroom and I want to introduce the vocabulary of my lesson. What should I do? Of course, the best way to teach vocabulary is using flashcards. Am I right or wrong?
yes.
Right.
So, yeah, I think I'm right. Okay, so here you can go to Quizlet and you can create, or because I set up my account already, so I can access the history that you know, like the things I have done before. So I have like let's open this lesson. Okay, I'm not the one who created this lesson, but this platform is amazing. It's a website and it's also a phone application. What you actually do in a normal scenario is that you get your session or your lesson ready before you go. Uh, at school, or the school I used to work in Saudi Arabia, we had a special book for spelling. So the day I have a spelling session, I used to get all the vocabulary ready on Quizlet before I go to my classroom. Why? Because using Quizlet for teaching vocabulary is amazing. How is that? Okay, let's create together a new study set. And I, of course, can create a class and so on. So let me create a new study set just in front of you right now. But you have to give me ideas. Okay. So here, I would like to write any title, like, for example, spelling lesson 1, for example, or grade 4. Grade 4 spelling lesson 1. Sometimes you can add a description or not. I can import from Word, Excel, Google Docs, and anything else. Okay, I can now enter, like, if I'm going to teach them the word scissors, for example, or like image. What is image? And here he gives you uh, and a proposed image that you can add that matches the word. So he will make it easy for you to add an image that matches the word that you wrote. Imagine that I can write, for example, physician. Okay, physician. So if I go remove this image, and I'll try to add another image, so he can give me ready photos that I can make use of them. So how can I define the physician? A person who is responsible. Wait a minute. He gave me some proposed definition, like medical doctor. If we write a person qualified to practice medicine, a person skilled in the art of healing, like a doctor, a person who is legally qualified to practice medicine, or doctor of medicine. If I just choose this one, move to another word, like nurse, for example. Okay, nurse. Okay, let me add an image. It will give you some proposed images that you can immediately use to create your study set. And he will give you also some ready definitions. So a person whose job is to take care of sick or injured people, usually in a hospital. Okay, this is a good definition. What else? Maybe I'll write the word patient. Okay, he will detect the word that I want to write. So let me add an image. He will propose some images for me. Maybe this is a good one, maybe. And let me just write a person who's under medical care or treatment, a person having physical or emotional illness, and so on. Okay, I'll just, save the study set up to here. or just, I'm saving the study set right now. What happens after that? Now my session is ready. The vocabulary of my session is ready. Once I go to my class, I just project this on the board in front of my class. So, sir, whoever is trying to talk, please just take notes, and once I finish, I'll ask you to give me some feedback, or if you have any questions. I'm so sorry, but interruption now is
something important. Actually, you have to welcome somebody who is very important to us. Our counsel, our advisor, Dr.
Okay.
with us.
Again, I didn't hear you well. I'm so sorry.
We have to welcome Dr. Ismail Shirbini, who is our advisor or counsel. Welcome to our session, Doctor. Actually, this is
MashaAllah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
MashaAllah.
Thank you, Dr. Ismail, for joining us.
Dr. Ismail, you are welcome, sir. We all have to thank you, sir. The thank you word itself is very little on what we want to say, actually.
Yeah, actually, we can't thank him enough.
Yeah, we can't give him, his due thankfulness.
I'm very thankful to you all, and thank you very much, Mr. Khairi, for your efforts. And
thank you, sir. You're always welcome, and my friends are always welcome. We are not only colleagues, we are also friends now.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I insist to join you today to thank you very much for that, for what you have done for Azhar.
Thank you, sir. You are always welcome, and we are proud we are doing so. Actually, we are proud. I think this is the first year I like being a teacher in Al-Azhar, and I speak clearly and frankly. Okay? I worked in Saudi Arabia for 7 years, okay? And I've been working as a teacher for, a total of 15 years now, and this is the first year. Actually, I feel proud being a teacher in Al-Azhar.
Thank you very much, Mr. Khair. Thank you.
Thank you, but activating all of us is amazing, actually.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome. I'm really glad having you amongst us today.
Thank you. Go ahead, Chair.
Thank you, sir. Okay, moving back to what we were doing. Okay, so now I got my lesson ready, okay? The vocabulary of my lesson are ready. So once I go there, I open the flashcards. Okay, this is the everyday scenario I used to do. So here is a flashcard, and I do not know exactly why the font is really small, but you can edit that, of course. I can play them like, an image show or something that we often do on our PCs. Okay, here I can flip them. I use the laptop arrows to flip the word and so on. So, of course, you have 4 arrows in your keyboard. Am I right or wrong? You have 4 keys, 1 up and 1 down, and 1 right and 1 left.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
You can move between the flashcards using your PC arrows, like what I'm doing now. I'm moving between the words, and once I push the up arrow or the down arrow, I can show the definition of the word accompanied by the image. I guess you can see what I'm doing now.
Yeah, may I add something?
Yes.
And here you can, or the student himself, he can hear the pronunciation of the word. I didn't include the audio so that you will not be able to hear that. but I'll try to share the screen again, and I'll enable the computer sound. Okay, now I think we have the computer sound. I wish you can hear that. So the student can hear the pronunciation of the word and also the pronunciation of the whole phrase describing
A person having physical or emotional illness that is receiving care from healthcare workers.
Okay, I think you can hear the voice right now.
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay, so whatever vocabulary you have, like 50 words, 30 words, you add them this way. It's super easy. I created this like 3 definitions in less than a minute. Okay, because he gives you assistance doing so. And also you can play them, you can shuffle them, you can hide and show. So once I go to my class, I start to show them I start to show them the flashcards one by one, and I ask them to remember the word with the definition. Then I send this link to my students using Class Dojo or WhatsApp or whatever. They go to this page and they practice all the vocabulary. How will they practice? First, they will see the flashcards, just like what we did in their classroom, and they can also take training on these vocabulary. You will just click Learn. In the learn stage, you will start to learn more about this vocabulary. Okay, so like here, it's like a question and answer. A person who is legally qualified to practice medicine or doctor of medicine. So if he choose physician, he'll say nice work and move to another word. Sick, injured. So this is the nurse, and so on. Once he shows a wrong answer, no, sweet, you're still learning. Okay, so let me show you. If he continues, he's gonna repeat back again until he masters all the vocabulary. Easy?
May I add something?
Yeah, go ahead, sister.
Actually, according to the attacks, I've experienced this during my teaching of the second module, which is the use of feedback. But I didn't use it
Sister,
for vocabulary.
Sister, excuse me, but you have a problem with your microphone. Your voice is not stable, so that I cannot hear you well.
Okay. Is it clear now, or am I breaking?
Yeah, you have a wire problem, a connection problem between the microphone and your device.
Okay, just a minute. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now, more stable.
Okay. I've already experienced using the flashcards during my teaching of the second module, which is feedback. Actually, I used it when I was presenting the strategies of feedback, like remind the students. You have the title of strategy on one page or on one like this one you're sharing, and the participants click on it on this side, and the screen is on the definition of the strategy. Okay, so
that's great.
Yeah, it was actually very attractive to my participants, and they took notes and came back to me, and they repeated the whole thing to the other or the 8 strategies. I liked it very much.
Yeah, sure, of course. It depends on your magic. Okay. Some trainers they made great using or mastering great tools. They can make their presentation really magical, so mastering Quizlet, for example, if you are dealing with like anything that has terminology, definitions, this platform is great for doing so. and it helped me so much during my reading lessons, spelling lessons, and so on. How will you apply that? How will you use that or make use of it? It depends on every teacher. But I'm just, showing you everything about it.
May I add something?
Yeah, go ahead, sister, please.
Okay, I guess we have here like similarity.
So that
This is Huwaida. Yes, this is Huwaida Al-Abbasi. I guess we have here similarities between quizzes.com, quizlet.com, and kahoot.com. And also we have like similarity between WordWall and quizzes and Kahoot, because they all there's something there is also a connection between these platform or digital platform, because they all give us like quizzes and like how to test how to give our students or even our learners um, tools for feedback or for testing them. Am I right?
Yeah, you are right in some points, because the similarities between quizzes, for example, quizzes and Quizlet are totally different. We use Quizlet for vocabulary teaching. We are the main focus of this platform is vocabulary, nothing else. Vocabulary and definitions. In this platform, the student goes, I send him the link to this lesson so that he will go find the 20 words, the 30 words already written with the definitions and images and everything. He goes to quizlet.com to practice, okay, to memorize the spelling of these vocabularies in a really attractive and inspiring way. Because in a really nice way, because here you will find that the vocabulary and the definitions we wrote just right now, he will turn it into a game. Okay, a game, and he'll have a test and he have a mark, so he can evaluate his own learning, whether did he master these vocabularies and definitions or not yet. And he's not only testing himself, he's getting training. Starting from flashcards, it gives him training. Learn section gives him training. The write section gives him more training. He will ask him, if you hear this word, you write the word. Write what you hear. Okay? So a person whose job is to take care of sick or injured people, usually in a hospital, so you have to write the answer here. Okay? So if I say doctor, for example, no, it's wrong. So I'll go continue, and it is gonna repeat back again with me until I master the word. Okay? Here you'll have patient. This one is correct. So I got one correct and two wrong. Okay, so press any key to continue. What will I do to continue is that it's gonna repeat back again until I master these words. Got it? Okay, the spell now is a spelling training. So now he matched the definition with the word. He will go to the spelling section so that he will ask him, write what you hear. So it's gonna test his spelling and it's gonna repeat with him, okay?
Patient.
So he heard patient, he should write P-A-T-I-E-N-T, okay? If it's right, it's gonna tell him that it's correct.
Physician.
Physician, so I write P-Z-shan like this. He'll tell him
Physician.
that it's incorrect.
P-H-Y-S-I-C-I-A-N.
Okay.
Physician.
So he will ask him to write it again so that he will do that until he masters
Physician.
the word.
P-H-Y-S-I-C-I-A-N. Physician.
So P-H-Y-S-I-C-A-C-I-A-N. Yes, it's correct.
Nurse.
So now he's gonna move to the next word. and then it's gonna repeat with him back again until he masters all the words that you wrote. So this is how Quizlet works. Its main focus is on the vocabulary. Now we're gonna go to the test, but of course, unfortunately, we didn't add too many words. I'm just showing you an example with 3 words and 3 definitions. So the test will be really short. Okay, so he will ask me to answer this test, and then he will give me the marks down here. So I can check the answers. So I can print the test. So you go to this platform, add 30 words with definitions and images, and you can print a test. Or you can go to the options of the test, and you can include written questions, matching questions, multiple choice questions, true or false questions, and whether you want to show the images or not. Okay, so you can change all the settings here. If you don't want to include written questions, you just uncheck and create a new test. So, but unfortunately, we have very limited questions because we have only three words to work with. Okay. So if I go then to the match activity, it's like a game, and gravity also is like a game. I think if I'm a student at school, and if you send me a link to go to a website just like this one to learn about my vocabulary, I love it so much. So here I have to link. Okay, so I give nurse here. So he'll tell me, no, this is not right. So this is not the patient. It should be this one. And of course, it's counting the time. I've got first place because there's no one else except for me in this class. So you can create a classroom to your students. You add their names, and then once you send them this link, they will go log in using their accounts, and they will get their score recorded, so that you can go back and check who did the homework, who went to practice, who didn't go to practice. Okay, so this is one way you can use Quizlet, and you can also create a classroom and add your students to it. But it will be only for the sake of revisiting, and you want to check who went to practice or who didn't. Okay, so this is only the reason you can create a class on Quizlet. So here it's another game. You can start the game and choose whether it's easy or so. Type your answer. I'll start with the definition. He wants me to write the definition. I can change the options so that I can change. What goes down is the definition, and he will ask me to write the word. This is the last point I'll say about Quizlet, and then inshallah I'll take your notes. So once I write, study start all, okay, answer with definition or the word. I'll choose the term, and it will be medium. So I'll start the game. Now he will give me the definition and ask me to write the right word. Okay, so physician. Okay, so a person having physical is the patient. Okay, so here I got score 360 on level 1. So it's gonna repeat with me back again, and every time he will make this definition go faster. Okay, so that once I just read one word or two, I'll know which word, or maybe I can answer using the picture. This is how it works. So once the student finishes this exercise, going through all these stages, he's gonna master, the vocabulary you get. So the last thing to say is that you can search for ready-made sets. Okay, so I can write, for example, the name of the curriculum I'm teaching is, for example, Journeys, grade 4. B Journeys. There is our letter missing here. But Storm Along Vocabulary Journeys 4th grade. So you can find ready-made sets, which makes you save so much time, especially if you are teaching international curriculum, because you'll find other teachers who already made some learning tests, okay? Some study tests. So these are the vocabulary included in this set. Memorable, horrified, outcast, shortage, seafaring, tidal, foaming, betrayed, and so on. So you can use this study set. Let's go to the test, for example. I'll show you how the test will look like once you have, many words listed within the study set. So I mean that you can create your own study set, create your own classes, or even use a ready-made study set. So here I can go to the options and change. Of course, now we have 2 true or false questions, okay, and 2 multiple choice questions. And here he asks me to choose the definition matching questions. We have three written questions, okay, and you go check the answer. Now I can go to the options, or I can, of course, print the test as it is. Okay, let me print it as PDF and show it to you. How will it look like at the final printable version? If you want to print the test and simply give it to students to do as a homework at home, instead of doing it online. Okay, now this is the test. I don't know, where has it gone? Maybe it's saved to the desktop somewhere. Yeah, here it asks me to save it somewhere. Grade 4 test. Let me show you the test, how it looks like in the final copy. If you want to just copy it and distribute to the students so that they can make it as homework at home. So using this platform, you can search for ready-made sets, whatever curriculum you are teaching. Maybe you will find some teachers who have already made tests or study sets for Connect class or Connect curriculum, and you will find ready-made questions ready to be used by you. This will save too much time for you. So this is how the final test should look like. Just zoom out a little bit so that you can see better. So it gives you the definition, the image, and you choose, you match, you do whatever you want. So it's ready-made for you, and it makes it easy to create tests depending or focusing on vocabulary. I don't know if you enjoyed this platform or not.
Very much.
Yeah, and of course you have the mobile version of it. So imagine that if you are a student, you don't have to use a computer or a PC to do so. I can give you the link, and you can use, or I can give you a code that you go and start learning. Grade 4 spelling lesson 1. You'll find here all the images back again and all the flashcards that we have created. You can go through all these processes using the mobile application. Okay, he asks me to personalize some options if you want to use the night mode or something. So this is my phone screen, of course. Okay, this is how it works through my phone. This is my phone version. So if you are a student, you can simply use the mobile application to go practice, do the test, do the matching game, and see the cards and everything. Here are the cards. A physician is a person who is legally qualified, and this is his image. Super easy and super fast. As a teacher and as a student, it's a great experience because this application is really interactive. You will never know that unless you use it, okay, by yourself. Okay? I enjoyed this platform so much as a teacher and teaching vocabulary. It saved so much time for me, especially if I could find, ready-made sets instead of I creating, I write a definition for every word, or I choose an image for every word, and so on. And of course, if you can't add an image to your set, you can go to Google and find a suitable image, download it, and use it. It's easy. So inside the platform, he asks you if you want to, once you are creating a new study set, he asks you whether you want to use your own image or you can use any of the proposed images he gives to you. Okay? And we have other teachers who use this platform with mathematics, for example. I don't know how, or science. Of course, with science terminology, scientific terms, and so on. It's great too. So you'll find some amazing things here, even for science teachers. If you teach social studies, it's great for giving training on definitions and so on. Now let's move to quizzes. My beloved one. Okay. Okay. Just let me take you to YouTube. I want to show you a video actually because I used the quizzes inside my classroom, and I'm really proud of doing so. The school administration was really cooperative, using technology and innovative tools, technological tools inside the classrooms. So there was no problem using technological tools in our classes. And I was one of those teachers who took the chance to do so. Okay, I'll share my screen back again. Okay. Didn't include computer audio, so that I'll quit. Okay. Now I shared my screen back again. So here on my YouTube channel, you'll find some videos using quizzes inside my classroom. Here's a video, for example, I showed to students. I asked the students to choose whether this sentence is a fact or opinion, for example. This was one of the exercises I used with my students there. And this is one video of my classrooms I used quizzes in. Quizzes is the best application, in my opinion. Okay, I think it will be so much noisy, so I'll drop down the voice a little bit. So the sound of music comes from the projector screen and the platform itself. With this platform, while you are doing an exercise, it gives out this music sound. What is being shown now on the board is called the leaderboard. And the leaderboard is interactive and live, as you can see. Who's the H, guys? Hassan again, yeah. Same name as yesterday, yes? Some of them were using their iPads, iPhones, mobiles, laptops. Any device should work fine. Okay, so any device should be fine or doing so. And as you can see here.
So now that you have kind of seen how a Kahoot quiz occurs in the classroom, you probably want to know how to create one. So that's what I'm going to show.
Thank you, lady. Okay. So this platform is amazing, which is quizzes. Let me just open it here. QIZ. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, QUIZ. Okay, so it's not the normal spelling for the word quizzes. Okay, so here you can use the normal browser to access this platform, and also you have a mobile application. So imagine that one of your students do not have the phone application. He can go to the browser, like like here. Let me just open the browser, the Chrome browser, for example. So he can open a new tab and write quizzes. Okay, so once he goes to quizzes, without having or without creating an account, he can just enter the code that you send him. Okay, I don't want to, create an account, log in or sign up. I just go write a code, and I can join a game, because he uses the exercise as a game. Okay, let me start from the beginning back again. So as a teacher, you go to quizzes and create an exercise. It's like a test. Okay, and then you send, once you create this quiz or test with your students, it will be ready for sharing this quiz with them. He gives you a code, and use this code to access the exercise or the game. But you will wait for your students, for all of them to log in, and then you start the game so that everyone will start at the same time. Okay. So I'm trying to log in to my account because I have ready-made sets before. I think it works out of the box in my phone app because it recognizes the email and the password and so on. Okay. So I looked now on my account, and then I created classes before here, so that it will be easy for my students to do the homework on this application or in this platform, and then I can go then and see if they already done or not. Yeah, here's my class. 0 students. I can add students in here. Okay. And I can create a study set or even try a study set. Okay, let me just write grade 6. For example, uh, mm, journeys. Journeys, grade 6. Sometimes you have quizzes on grammar. For this reason, can you see how many results are found there? Okay, so I have to choose that I am interested in English, number of questions, any, sort by most relevant, duplicate, and so on. Any subject, English. Which grade do you teach? Elementary, for example. Okay, it's better if you just specify your search words. So let's write, for example. Okay. Present. Simple versus present continuous. Okay. Let me start by an exercise like this. Okay. Here we have 20 questions. These were made for first grade, and it has been played like 1,191. You can see the questions in here. And present simple versus continuous, I don't know. You can read the data about the test or the exercise before you start. I don't know what is the language previewed here. And you can start by assigning this as a homework, and the platform will give you a code so that you can send this code to your students to go and solve the homework, or to start a live quiz. You whether choose the classic mode or instructor paced. We often use the classic mode, okay? But I cannot detect the language written here, but we have some strange languages, but everything after that is all right. Okay, let me pick another exercise so that I can show you the full experience. Okay, here we have only 10 questions. Okay, guess or imagine we choose this one to solve. I'll start the live quiz. Okay. Okay, excuse me, I just want to choose the classic mode, but I didn't used to do that, but anyway. I don't know, something wrong here, but it used to work out of the box, as they say. Okay, this was made for 5th grade. Okay, okay, let me just present. Okay. Okay, what happens here is that he gives me as a teacher this game code. Okay, and if you are my students now, I would ask you to go to your browser, your internet browser, or your quizzes application, if you have the application already installed. And you just enter this game code. Okay, I'll copy this code. I'll hit Control C, and then I'll try to put it on. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, let me just type it. 563446 and 563446. If I join the game, my phone now is a student's phone because I didn't log in using my account. Just now like a normal guest. I write Khairi, for example, and then I write start. So what appears on the board is that Khairi has logged in. Are you still following with me, or did you go to sleep?
Yeah.
Because I cannot see the screen of the Teams application.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So in this case, the website is the teacher's side. My phone is the student's side. So the student, okay, will be waiting until the teacher starts the game. So I'll wait for my 20 students, for example, to join the game, who can also join me now, so that we can try together to get the whole experience.
I can do that.
Yeah, go to your internet browser, write quizzes.com, and once you log in or you get into this web page, just enter this game code without creating any account.
Okay.
Give yourself a
Quizzes
name
for,
and just log in.
yes, the quizzes for students, because I have account, so I'm trying now to go like a student.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, just open it from your internet browser.
563. Okay, let me write it. 563 and what else? 446. Okay. 4.
Yeah, your name should be displayed here once you start. This is exactly what I used to do with my students. I just select a study set or a quiz, and then just start a game, and this game code is shown on the board, and they enter this game code in their internet browsers or applications. Yeah, Huwaida, I have you now. Okay. So I wait for other students to join until I make sure that everyone else is here. So we have somebody called himself is number one. I don't know who. Okay. But he's welcome, of course. So we have Khairi Deeb, another one who's called Mr. Khairi like me. Okay. Finally, I found a match.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. So we can start together, right? Again, this screen is the teacher's side. Okay. Okay, skip. I used to have here the information screen. I used to have the leaderboard. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, let me just go to my phone. Something wrong here, yes? Yeah, start over. Okay, let's move to the next question or something. No. Okay. Maybe I didn't visit this website for a long time. I don't know. But I used to have the leaderboard shown here on the board, and the students start immediately. Let me go out, back again. It's good that I have somebody trying with me. Let's pick another one. This one was made for grade 8. Yeah, classic one. Continue. Okay. Yeah, this is how it worked with me in the past. Maybe there was a problem with the other test or something. But this is how exactly it worked with me in the past. So we will have to enter a new code. Okay. Now we have to enter this code. $60. Eight, 667. Okay. Now you'll find that your name is already written. You are playing with the other 3 players. That's great. We have 4 persons here. Yeah, we have Fatih Asfour, somebody called number 6, Khairi Deeb. Okay, and me too. So, okay, if I start right now as a teacher, it will start counting on your devices, just like this. Okay, I lowered the voice a little bit without noising your car. So this is how students, solve questions, and you have the leaderboard shown on the board, just like this. This will be shown in front of the class so that everyone knows where he is. He's going right. Exactly what will be shown on your the top 5 students from here, so that I will not see the other participants. This is better for, showing specify keywords in your presentation. Here you can see all the questions. We answered this question four times, three times, two times extra, so that you can know which questions they have difficulties, you know? Which
Can hear
questions
nothing
had
because there
difficulties.
is a lot.
Yeah, go ahead, sister.
Mr.
Hey,
Khairi,
system
he's turning
mute.
the sound of
Mr.
the
Khairi,
music.
there is a lot
Yeah.
of noise.
Yeah, I stopped the music right now. I didn't see the button, but I just saw it. Okay, this is how it works, and here's my phone back again. My phone screen. As a student, it's shown like this. We are studying like right now. Okay, so it gives me like funny things in the middle to encourage me. Once I give a good answer, once I give a wrong answer, it shows something that, you know, again, and it shows me the rank and how many marks. Look, it's snowing. Okay, so I got 600 for this, and so on. I'll just wait until the exercise finishes, so that we'll move after that to the report. MashaAllah, number one is number one already, but Miss Murphy is coming really fast. Okay, so this is the whole experience. So you can join using your phone browser, any internet browser available. It's not a must that you have to download the application and to have an account. Okay, I'll show you now the application itself, because I've been playing on my phone on the internet browser. But this is the quizzes application. This is how it looks. And again, you can just, you know, for school or for work, I use it for school. I can enter the game code here and start a game immediately without signing in or logging in, signing up or anything like that. This platform is amazing because it has many ready-made exercises on anything. So I teach online, of course. Once I want to give a quiz or a test on some grammatical rules or vocabulary or reading tests or something like that, I go to quizzes immediately. So, okay, now I think it's enough. I can end the game right now. My class's accuracy during this, according to this lesson, is 91. I sure want to end. Yes, I will end. So it will show you on your phones that the quiz has been ended. Okay, back online. I ended already. I don't know, it's not showing yet. The first place is number one. The second place is okay. The first one is number 6, and
Excuse
the
me,
second
sir.
one is 1 or something like that.
I'd like to
Mervat
ask
and
the
number
question.
6, they mastered that. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Khairi, for your efforts, and thank you for Mrs. Huwaida. I can't thank you enough. I have a number of questions. Number one, as for the quizzes, are the questions to be planned by me, or these questions are available on the app itself?
Wait until I just end my screen presentation, so that we will have somehow the laptop will be more responsive. Okay. Okay, again, who's asking? Miss Fatma, I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank
Okay,
you. Thank you
sister.
for your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Fatma. You are welcome, of course.
Thank you, sir.
In quizzes, you have millions of ready-made question sets. but you still
But
can
can I
create
do
your
mine?
own. Yes, of
Yes.
course, of course. But I think Quizlet or quizzes, some one of them, because you are using that using a free account, can give you only a limited number of questions. But I don't think it's quizzes. No, I think it's another platform. But you can go, of course, and try to do your own set of questions.
Okay. And another question, what is the difference between Google Classroom and the Class Dojo?
Well, it's first, they are both of them are amazing, of course, but you know, Google Classrooms is not the best. Class Dojo, through my experience, was more attractive and more funny. You know, you are doing that in a funny way, more funny way, using these animations or you know the students' logos and so on, and you can change them with their favorite cartoon characters or online games characters or whatever, or you know, football players, football teams. It's more customizable and more funny and more attractive to students.
Yes, I'm taking
Yeah,
notes on
and
what you are saying. Yes.
actually, it's one platform, okay, and you can do everything. You can send homework, you can receive homework through it, you can message or text the parents through it. You can you know, you can check the attendance. You
More
can
flexible, more
yeah,
flexible
more
than
flexible. There are many tools, but you know, Google Classrooms, I think it failed to do its job. You know, Google used to be the best, but this time Class Dojo was better. You know.
Okay. Another question, please, sir. Is Class Dojo available only on for mobile phones, or it can be downloaded for laptops, computers, PC computers, and so on?
Okay, for a PC environment, you have to use it as a website. You know, I use it as a website, as I showed you. You just open your internet browser, you log in into your Class Dojo account, and show it on the board. And you can
يعني it means
also
that I must have one on my mobile phone, and then whenever I wanted to log on through a wider screen or something like that, then I use the browser in order to do that. Yeah,
both of
am I
them at the
right?
same time. It was on my phone. I logged in using my account, and I also logged in the internet browser using my account. And once I give you know bonus points to one of the students, it will
I've
be
tried now to
showed.
download it on my laptop, but it seems it's available only for Android, something like that.
Yes, yes, you can download it on Android phones and also use it through your computer browser. You know, because we often connect our laptops to you know the projector in our classes, so that the students will be able to see their grades all the time.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your effort,
Thank you,
and thank you
sister.
for
You're
Ms.
welcome,
Waida.
Ms.
Thank you.
Fatma. Inshallah, next time, next meeting, we are going to deal with Kahoot and Clickers, and they are really amazing. You know, but they are used for something else. You know, more interaction. You know, with the students in your classes, getting feedback from your students. If you ask them questions, view questions on the board, and you can know which one answered correctly and which one was wrong. So next time, inshallah, we are going to deal with Kahoot and Clickers, Padlet, and many other applications, inshallah. Today I was just, you know, just starting, taking an overview of Class Dojo, and there are so much about Class Dojo you can learn and make use of it. I was really proud being with you today. But now it's time, if you have any questions, please go ahead, Mr. Tamer Saif.
Would you kindly let
let
me,
me.
Mr. Khairi?
Excuse me,
Excuse me.
Ms. Waida,
I was
I'll
about
take Mr. Tamer.
I was about to help you to, because I have noticed some questions in the chat box, so I was about to help you to give you questions. But anyway, you can unmute yourselves and ask Mr. Khairi. It's okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Waida. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr.
Okay,
Khairi, it's me,
anything?
Tamer.
Yes, Mr. Tamer, go ahead.
I would like to know. I'm so sorry. I didn't attend from the beginning due to some reasons or some circumstances. But I would like to tell you. I would like to know exactly how to make a recording. For this video, for example, or for the session itself. And
The session
also
is
to show the
already
screen
being
itself.
recorded. The
Great.
session is being already recorded, and I will upload it,
with the
inshallah, on
screen
YouTube very soon.
voice.
Or just
It will be voice or the screen.
Yeah, will be a video, of course.
Great. I would like also to learn how to do that for once I give my session to my colleagues. I don't know how to handle this to make a recording and with a video, not only voice. You know that we receive a voice from the British Council. When it is recorded, it's a voice, not a video, a recorded video.
This is strange because it's by default a video recording, and what we receive from the British Council is also a video recording. It's not voice.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, perhaps I didn't notice that. Yes.
No, it's
Thank
already
you.
video. Thank you, sir.
But how can
if you face any trouble, just contact me and we can solve it together, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah.
Regarding the recording, it's amazing and it's super easy in both, Microsoft Teams and Zoom. They are really simple. You just click record and it will start recording. And once you finish your session, you will find in the chat box. The chat box itself is not really a chat box. It's like a record of all the session. You will find who are the people who logged in, who were out and came back, and so on. And once the recording is ready, it will appear in the chat box. There you can download it or share it with your trainees. It's super easy, and I can show you how.
Our colleague is asking you about how to do it.
Yeah, how to record the video of your session?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's super easy, but I cannot show it to you now because somebody is already recording this session. Okay, but once the session ends, you will find it in the chat box, this recording, and you can download it from there or share the link to it from there.
Mr. Khairi, will you allow me to share my screen to show them in mine because you are recording? I can show them how to do this.
Yeah, of course, no problem. Go ahead, Ms. Waida.
Please allow me to share my screen. Go to meeting options and allow me.
Yeah, I'm doing that already.
Okay. I can tell you without sharing. I can tell you without sharing if it's a problem. You can have here the three magical dots.
Now you can. You can just share your screen because people like it when they see it in real life.
Yes, practical. Okay. Can you see my screen now, guys?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay. Do you see these three magical dots over there? Can you see my mouse? My cursor on them now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you can click on them and you can go to you can have here, we have here stop recording, and as you can see at the very bottom of the list, we can see stop recording. This one is the one you can do. It will start recording. You can use it will tell you start recording at the very beginning of your session. So you start recording and it's automatically recorded your session, and then after the end of your session, you will have it recorded already in the chat box, and then you scroll to find it, and you will find it recorded, and you go to it and you download it. That's it. It's simple and super easy. Okay,
Yeah,
do you want me to repeat this again? The three magical dots, the list, and then you start recording. It's super easy.
I think, Ms. Waida, it asks you whether you want to record on your local device or to the cloud. And we often use the cloud for recording.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
goes to my drive. Actually, I can see it on my drive.
Yeah, this is the only step that you missed. So it asks
Yes.
you whether you want to
Well,
save this
well,
recording to your local machine or to the cloud, and you choose the cloud, not the local machine. Okay?
excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
If I finished recording, is it okay? Will the message be in my chat box for all colleagues to notice at the same moment, or it will be apparent for me only?
I'll show you now, sir. So I'll take you to my chat box, okay, of my previous sessions, so that
It's private for you only, or I think chat box is yes.
I think it's
The
available
chat
for
box is,
everyone.
I think yes, but I don't want all my colleagues to see for the recording. At first I would like to be with me only this
I don't
recording,
know
and then I
if
could post it to
gives that.
the one I like.
Yeah, here
Is there
it
an
shows
option for
like
that?
that. So recorded by Muhammad Al-Sa'dani, one of my team. So this is what I receive at the end of the session or once the video is ready. This one appears in my chat box of the same session itself. So I can click here and open or get the link or report a problem or something. Once you open it, you will have, it will go to your browser and it will show you the video. Then you can download it from there. So it's now moving to OneDrive because this recording has been recorded to the cloud. So here we can see the video, and here you have the option to download it. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You can share it from here or copy the link or delete it or download it. You can download it, then delete it if you want to save the privacy of your recording. You can just download it and then delete the cloud version.
Mm.
Super easy, inshallah, and you'll find no problem doing that, inshallah. I hope so.
Inshallah.
Okay. So, any more questions? Mr. Ahmed, I think you have been talking now, Ms. Marwa. We are
Yes,
done
Master.
already.
I have just one question
Yeah.
to my mates or colleagues. If anybody or any one of them has already experienced using the quizzes during the attacks, can you just tell us about your experience so that we can share experiences together because I haven't used it yet. Okay, that's all.
Me too. I haven't used it yet, actually, but I wish I can. But it depends on, you know, how good are you ready for your presentation? And I always, you know, have short time getting ready. This is the reason why I didn't create any quizzes on Quizlet so that I can let my trainees practice them. But I wish I'll do
I'm
that
just
next time,
asking.
inshallah. I'll share the experience with you.
Okay, I'm just asking if any of our colleagues has already used it before during or over the two modules that we have been presenting to our trainees. If
It
anyone
would
Well,
be
can tell
great
us.
if you can share the code, okay, of the link to the
Miss
game
Marwa,
because the questions will be still there.
yeah, actually, I used it with my students, but I didn't experience using it with my trainees at the British Council training. If you wish, I can tell you what have I experienced. It was super motivating and super engaging, and my students loved it, especially quizzes.com. And I actually Padlet.com is a really, really beneficial platform for my students because they can write, they can share videos, they can write anything they can do. Padlet is super wonderful.
Yeah, amazing.
If you wish, we can communicate later on about this platform. Thank you.
We are going to deal with Padlet, inshallah, next meeting. I think it might be next Friday. I'll make a poll back again so that we can pick another meeting, maybe next Friday at the same time. And we are going to deal with, Kahoot and Plickers are amazing, especially Plickers, because Plickers does not need, or it's not necessary for your students to have devices. This is the best thing. They should not have devices or even Wi-Fi coverage. It's just an application in your phone as a teacher, and just a card with every student. Every student has a card, and it should not have an electronic device. This is the only application. This is the only application that I think it can be used in our classes right now. Because it does not need an internet connection. It does not need the students to have hardware with them.
I guess we have a question here from Miss Fatma.
Yeah, go ahead, Miss Fatma.
Thank you, Ms. Huwaida. Thank you, Mr. Khairi. Just a question, please. I'd like to know, as for Quizlet, is it for free or it must be paid?
Padlet is free.
Okay.
Well, all the applications are free, but of course you can
Only
upgrade.
three, just the three walls. Remember, they are just the three walls for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get a limited number of questions sometimes in some platforms. You get a limited number of slides or something, but it's free. They are all free, actually.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Khairi, excuse me.
Yeah, Mr. Tamer, go ahead.
Yes, one of my colleagues use Phantom program or something like that software to use it to cut from the presentation itself and choose what he could amend or something like that. I don't know exactly how to use this program. I tried to download it, but it tells me that I have to pay something or by credit card or something like that. Is there any other programs or to download, for example, to make use of it in order to, for example, we have the book like PDF, and we sometimes need to cut something and try to use it once again to put it in our BBT PowerPoint data.
Well,
so is it possible, for example, to...
What I do actually is that I
I
open the PDF file, take a screenshot of the page, and then go to Paint and cut the part I want to use. This is what I do. So I think it's easy. It doesn't take much time, and no need for other third-party applications to do so, because applications, they have their own problems too.
Screenshot from the computer itself, the keyboard of the computer.
Yeah, screenshot. Throw it to Paint and just select the part that you want. Control N and just paste it there. Save it, and that's it. Super easy.
Thank you.
I can show you how, of course, if we can communicate together.
Yes, I will try to communicate with you. Okay,
because,
thank you so much.
we of course need some pieces or diagrams from the book, whether it's the students, the teacher's book or the trainer's book. So sometimes.
And is it possible to amend something inside? Is it possible to amend something once I get screenshot?
Yeah, of course. Using Paint, you
words,
can add text.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome, Mr. Stamer.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stamer. Mr. Ahmed, do you have any questions before we end the meeting? Because we have already done like 30 minutes.
Hello, Mr. Khair, and thank you very much, my dear friend, for your great efforts.
You're welcome, Mr. Ahmed. And I hope it was clear enough, because I don't know. I'm a good user of these platforms, but I don't know if I explained them well or not.
So clear, Mr. Khairi. Thank you.
It's really fantastic, my dear friend.
Thank you so much.
You can read the chatting box. All of us, we are appreciating your efforts here.
MashaAllah, but I was not seeing, the chat box anytime during the session. Thank you so much, all of you. And I'm really glad and proud that
Mr. Khair, please,
we were together today.
One more question, please.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Ahmed.
Please, Mr. Khair. Yeah. According to Teams app, how can I get an attendee's absence Excel sheet? after
Okay,
the meeting or the session.
this is really tiring, but I'll show you how. Okay, so I'll share the screen with you back again. So, okay, I'm sharing my screen right now. I hope it's clear. So once you end your session, you'll go to the chat box here. I don't remember where I used to get it, but I used to have a copy from this, you know, no, it's not the feedback session. I was a guest there. So here, sometimes I take a copy of these because so many people log in or log out, you know, and I can download the attendance sheet. I don't remember where, but it's somewhere here.
You have missed it. It's here. It's in the previous session. Go back to the previous. I noticed it.
Yeah, here. Do you mean breakout
Yes, the
rooms?
one you have just logged out from.
Yeah, I don't remember
Second
exactly
session,
where was it.
tag, the feedback, the one entitled feedback. You will find the attendance sheet. You will find it in the chat.
I don't remember exactly where was it, but you know, I always download it from there.
Yes, it appears here in the chat. It always appears. Here we have it. Attendance.
Yeah, here's the attendance report. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think I
so can
accessed
I
it somewhere here. You know, meeting notes and files and so on. But you can download it from here. To download the attendance report.
Dr. Khairi.
So
Dr. Khairi, sorry, Dr. Khairi.
Can I do it during
when
session,
you
Mr. Khairi?
Just give me a second, please. Yeah, it has been
Dr. Khairi.
downloaded.
Dr. Khairi, please.
Excuse me, sir. I'll see the screen. Yes. Sir Mustafa?
When you end the session, yes. When you end the session, the attendees report downloaded on your computer itself. You don't want to download it.
So you mean like I
that.
can find it? I can find it in the downloads folder.
At the end of the session, you can find it at the end of the session.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, very good.
Mister, is there an option on the
Is it
cellular
by default
device?
or can I do anything for it?
I record my my report from this download.
Yeah, but I don't remember exactly where should it be. So this is how it looks. Just opening it now. So that you can see what's inside the Excel sheet, of course. But you have to handle that by hand, by the way. So it's not automatically and it's not clear. Some teachers, sometimes they log in using their Arabic names, then they switch back again to their English names. So the Teams application sees them as two people, not only one. Two accounts. Sometimes he uses an email to log in, then switches to another email to log in. So he will see that as two people, not only one. So anyway, you have to filter. You have to work on the attendance sheet by hand. And here in the chat box, you will find all the report of the session. Okay. So this is okay. This is the full report. You'll find it like this. Okay. So of course you will have repeated names like this one because he logged in. You know, if you look at the chat box, it will tell you that this person has logged in, then logged out, then logged in back again. Okay. And maybe you will find this person repeated back again somewhere else. because of having a bad internet connection or something like that. So it's not easy and it's not straightforward. It's a process that you have to work on it, of course, to filter, to delete the repetitive or the repeated names and so on.
Well,
Okay.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
I think
Thank
it's
you so
time
much.
to end the meeting because we have
Because
taken too much time
Mr.
than needed.
Khairi,
Yeah.
yes, Mr. Khairi, I guess we are over time by 37 minutes, over 10. So, but
Yeah.
we really need to thank you so much because you allotted your time for us all, for our colleagues here to know more. But if we have many problems facing us as trainers, we can discuss this on the group.
Yeah,
Thank you
sure.
so much.
Thank you, Ms. Waida, and welcome. Everybody is welcome anytime, inshallah. On the group, anyone who faces a problem using any of the platforms that we will be dealing with, inshallah, or those who were discussed today, we will be glad, of course, to give him a hand on the WhatsApp group, of course.
I guess everybody here is ready to help his colleague, and we are one
Yes, sure.
family here. Everybody is, you know, wonderful here. Thank you so much, and
Thank you so
especially
much, Ms.
Mr. Khairi
Waida.
for giving us this time today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Ms.
so
Waida.
much.
Thank you, Ms.
Have a
Marwa.
wonderful
Thank you, Ms.
night.
Ahmed. Yeah, have a wonderful
Thank you
night
so much,
and
Mr. Khair.
stay
May
safe and
Allah bless
sound,
you.
inshallah. Stay safe and sound during
Thank
these
you,
rainy
Mr.
days.
Mr. Khairi.
Thank you so much. All.
Thank you very so
Goodbye.
much.
Thank you very much for your work. Thank you.
Inshallah, we'll have another meeting maybe next Friday. I'll make another poll, and you can choose the meeting time that suits you, inshallah.
Okay.
Inshallah, Mr. Thank you so much.
Okay, assalamu alaikum.
Thank you so much.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Ms. Waida, I'll leave the meeting and you have to end it, inshallah, and end the
Okay, thank you.
record.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalam. Okay, guys, please, if you have any problems, we can, you know, like have a little chat here if you have time. If you are in a hurry and you want to have your dinner, etc., it's okay. You can leave. I guess the first problem we are facing is how to share the sound. Sometimes we have problems with sharing. When we stop sharing and resharing again, we get some technical problems. And also we have how to design our PowerPoint presentation. We are running out of time. We have you know a little time left. So we all face such a problems. If you have any problems, you can you know we can share our experiences here.
Okay, Miss, but don't let it now because you are tired. Okay.
Okay, I just need to you know write down these problems because we need to discuss next time, as if we are going to see how is the next time agenda will be. You see, if you have problems, we can write it down because we need to know how to solve these problems. Just tell me notes.
Okay, Miss. Okay.
Hey, Miss Waida.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Miss Waida, for your help.
You're much welcome. Okay, I guess you are tired and exhausted. Thank you. You can write your what you face in training from different perspective of you know like a lot of problems, a lot of technical issues, etc. You can write it down. So I have to end the meeting now. Okay, and I wish you a wonderful night. Goodbye.
Thanks
Take
a
care,
lot.
Miss. Thank you so much for everything.
Goodbye.
You're most welcome. You're
Goodbye.
most
Thank you.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Take
Goodbye.
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 to disappear.
يا دي النور. لا انا بقول له كنت لا 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 ده باينه والله انا زي العيله بالظبط لا لا لما انت عملت بنتك كده يعني يلا كنت حاسين فيها من جهه لجوه لا ممكن لا يا عم والله